Um, Today we're going to talk about William Shakespeare's Othello. Well, it is a tragedy written by, well, as you may guess, it was written by William Shakespeare. But who was William Shakespeare?
Yeah.
Well, he was an English poet, a playwright, and also an actor. And he is widely regarded as the greatest writer in all of English history and even the world. He was born in 1564, I have trouble with numbers, and died in 1616 at the age of 51. He was son of John, an alderman, and Mary Arden, the daughter of an affluent land-owning farmer. His work is a complete representation of the feelings. His plays, his sonnets, his work in general represents many facets of human nature. This is why his work is still very valid nowadays. And he wrote over 38 plays and over 150 poems and sonnets.
Well, the story that we're going to show to you today is Othello. Well, the historical background of this story is the following. This story, this development is first in Venice and then in Cyprus. Well, the historical background is that this story was presented during the Crimean War. The Crimean War was obviously a war between Venice and Turkey. Because they wanted to conquer Cyprus. This war took part in the later part of the 16th century. Cyprus was a Venetian outpost that later was attacked by the Turkish, and then they conquered the following year Cyprus. And it is said that this story, Othello, is based on an Italian story that, is exactly the same story. It's the story of how a soldier thinks that his wife is cheating on him.
Well, as my classmate here mentioned, this play is set between the locations of Venice, which is a city in Italy, in the coast of Italy, and Cyprus, which is an island in here.
It's next to Syria.
Yeah, it's close to Syria. Here you have the island of Cyprus, and over there is Venice. In the play, Othello is a general of the Venetian army who is commanded to go to Cyprus to defend Cyprus against the Turkish invasion. Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the characters. Well, there are many, but the most important ones are the three first characters: Othello, Iago, and Desdemona, which we are going to represent later. And but firstly, as Gideon said, Othello, the general of the Venetian army. Then we have Iago, the antagonist, the enemy of Othello, but in the same army. It was a question of envy or something regarding that sense, but we will explain it later. Desdemona, wife of Othello. We have Roderigo, a friend of Iago, and he was very wealthy and supported Iago's ideas, goals. We have Michael Cassio, friend of Desdemona, and probably Othello. He has an important role also. And Emilia, she's Iago's wife. We have Bianca, who fell in love with Cassio. We have Brabantio, Desdemona's father. Also has an important aspect throughout the story because here we can see the image of that people of that period of time had of Othello. Mostly. Then we have Montano, part of the Cyprus post.
Was the general.
Yeah,
Cyprus,
the general
yeah.
Cyprus. Yeah. Then we have the Duke of Venice, who is also important during this story because it was part of the judgments that people had towards Othello for being black, supposedly. When we have Lodovico, at the end of the story, and this is quite weird in tragedy plays. Why? Because there are times in which the tragedy ends, and that's all. Everybody dies, and nothing happens. But Ludovico
Don't spoil the story.
sorry, I had to. But Ludovico gave this sense of continuity. Like, for example, I'm going to tell the story of Othello. I'm going to spread the word, and mostly that. And that was weird during the period. And then we have Grazio, and also part of the story. But now let's focus mainly on the characters. We have Othello. This is important because it was the first or mostly one of the most important aspect of interracial marriage. Because supposedly he was dark skinned, he was an outsider and also an insider. This duality is important because it was a theme during that period. Who could you imagine that situation, that period of time? He was so discriminated. He was a slave. Firstly, when he was younger, he was a slave. He escaped, and then he fought in the Venice side. Yeah, and that's when he became a general. Yeah. Then we have Iago. This is also important because he never said why he hates Othello. So it's kind of a mixture of envy and, I don't know, racism or something really abstract. It's not clear, it's pure evil. Because he hated only. That's the main reason. Well, here it says, he had hope for promotion, but instead of giving the promotion to him, Othello gave it to Cassio as a lieutenant. Let's continue with Desdemona, because it's an important character also. She was very young, and also the thing that he was in love with Othello, dark skin, someone with power, a noble. There is something weird in this play, right? It's not that obvious. Yeah, and also the thing that she loved the character Othello so much that she trusted everything that Othello said, or she trusted that he will trust what she said, that he's in love with Othello. She wouldn't cheat on him. She wouldn't have cheated on him. And let's continue.
Well, things. Well, before talking about things, I'm going to make a summary of the story because we didn't.
Need a bit of context.
Yeah. Well, first, this story begins in Venice, right? Iago was talking with Roderigo. Roderigo was in love with Desdemona. And he talks with Iago. He said that he don't know what to do to conquer Desdemona's heart. And Iago invents a plan against Othello. And they go to Brabantio's house and they tell him that Othello, brainwashed Desdemona's mind, and that's why they are going to get married. While that was happening, Cassio goes to Othello's house and he tells him that the Duke called him to war to protect Cyprus from the Turkish. All these people reunite, in the same place, And well, Brabantio took advantage that he was talking with the Duke and tells him that Othello controlled Desdemona's mind with witchcraft. But then Othello explains everything. He said that he won Desdemona's love because of his heroic life and his, with his heroic life in general.
His achievements.
Yes, and Desdemona appears, and yes, she supports Othello. The Duke, didn't mind about that problem. He said that Othello had to go to Cyprus as soon as possible. So they got to Cyprus. They found out that the Turkish were defeated by a storm in the sea. So they didn't have to fight against the Turkish. So they celebrated this. Again, Iago makes a plan against Othello. Asks to Roderigo to make Cassio drunk, so they could fight. Invent a fight, and Othello would appear, find out what was happening, and took Cassio out from his position as lieutenant. But unfortunately, Montano appears. He tried to stop Cassio, and Cassio stabbed him. Othello obviously appeared because of all this
Chaos.
this chaos, right? All this chaos that was happening, and well, he removes Cassio from his position. Well, Cassio was a really close friend with Desdemona, only close friends, nothing more. Well, he tells Desdemona to convince Othello to return the position of a lieutenant, and well, Desdemona goes and talks with him. Previously, Othello talked with Iago, and Iago told him that Cassio was having an affair with Desdemona. So when Desdemona goes to Othello and talk about Cassio, Othello really thinks that she's cheating on him. Then Desdemona supposedly she throws to the floor a handkerchief. Emilia, Iago's wife, take the handkerchief and give the handkerchief to Iago. And then Iago goes again to Othello and told him that Desdemona wiped Cassio's face with the handkerchief, and Othello got really angry because that handkerchief was the first gift that he ever gave to Desdemona to show his love. Then they had, in that moment he truly believed that Desdemona was cheating on him. So then at night they had a reunion, the Duke of Venice with Othello and Cassio. In this moment, Othello accuses Desdemona of being a whore. Then they go to sleep. Desdemona was in her bedroom, and Othello appears. They start to fight again. Othello asks her if she was cheating on him. She denies everything. She never really understood what was happening, and Othello kills her because of his jealousy. Then Iago, Iago, Emilia, the Duke, everybody appeared, and they asked Othello what happened. Othello said that he killed her because she cheated on him, but then Emilia, she couldn't resist all the lies, and she tells the truth to everybody. Othello felt really guilty about everything, and then he kills himself. And that's how the story ends at the end. Yeah. Well, the things. The first one is the military lifestyle that Othello had versus love, because basically his military lifestyle wasn't compatible with the love that he wanted to build with Desdemona. Also, race. Why? Because, well, as Jose said, Othello was the first black hero in those times. And also, I mean, there's the other theme that is involved here is racism, because well, at the beginning, Brabantio thought that Othello made witchery on Desdemona. Yes, then individualism, because Iago created all this fake story only for his own benefit. Yeah, for his own benefit. And also Roderigo. Roderigo also wanted to do everything for winning Desdemona's love. Individualism is really connected with ambition too. Rodrigo was ambitious for Desdemona's love and Iago for power on Cyprus. Obviously, deceit. Supposedly Desdemona cheated on Othello, which was false, and also jealousy. Othello got crazy with jealousy. I mean, he had like a seizure. In one moment, he had a seizure because he was so jealous of Cassius and the Desdemona affair. So, yes, those are the references. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to show you the scene in which Desdemona talks with Othello, and then Iago appears and
Plants
ruins everything.
ideas into his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait for a moment. I'm going to.